Families, Miss Ballard here with your weekly update. So please note that our families and students and staff have been doing a great job about keeping everyone safe. Our students are doing a great job about wearing their masks. Thank you for those reminders. Also, thank you so much for doing the home health checks on a daily basis, remembering that we don't want to send any child to school if they are feeling ill. As indicated here on the screen, the four main COVID symptoms that we are looking for is fever or chills, a fever of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or above, cough, nausea or vomiting, or diarrhea. So please note that if the child does come to school and has any of these four symptoms, we will be calling you to pick them up immediately. So please make sure that your emergency contact list stays up to date. And then drop off and pick up. Thank you so much. Our drop off has been going very smoothly. We are definitely able to get through that quite quickly, but as you'll see, we are modifying our pickup process. Thank you to those of you who've already completed the survey. So as I mentioned, our morning arrival, the drop-off has been going really well. We're still allowing our students to come on campus at 8 o'clock. Please do not drop them off any earlier than 8. We have our morning recess from 8 to 8:28. You're remaining in the drop-off lane, the car at all times. The student is going to exit the vehicle on the passenger side. Once they get onto campus and go to their playground, they're doing a really great job of leaving their backpack or their school lunch on their number line and going out to the playground or the appropriate playground for the morning recess. Things are going really well, and again, thank you for having your students here on time as the bell rings for school to begin promptly at 8:30. As for dismissal, our pickup at 2:36, we are modifying that. We have a new process that will start this Tuesday. Please note for our kinder families, we are not changing the process yet for dismissal. We want to see how this plays out, and we'll review the kinder process at the end of September and determine any changes that we need to make then. So for students that are going to be picked up in a car, please remember that families, you make a right on 183rd to come down Courtner. Do not park on 183rd. We had a police officer out there last week. He did not issue any tickets, but he was telling families again that you cannot park on 183rd. You can be waiting in line for pickup or dismissal, but you may not be parking out there. So please do not park out on 183rd. So once you're on Courtner, of course, when the car approaches the front area of the school, that's when the child is let into the car. For students that are being picked up by an adult, so this is really our students in grades 1 through 3 that do not have an older sibling that can walk them off campus. So these students are now going to be held in a new area. You'll see that's letter B here on our map. They're going to wait inside this gated area in front of the NPR. There's going to be spots marked on the ground for them to safely distance from one another. And then adults, what you're going to do is you're going to wait in this line in our staff parking lot. So please remember that this means we have no longer will have a pickup on the corner of 183rd. That just wasn't safe. So we have modified the process, and the only pickup for our children that are walking in grades 1 through 3 will be at this location. So if you are walking to pick up your child, then that means if you're walking across 183rd, you can definitely do that, but you're going to walk down Courtner, cross at 185th, and then you're going to see a line marked in our staff parking lot for you to also safely distance from one another to wait in line. Once you are the adult at the gate, there will be a staff member that will call the child's name on a megaphone. You will then pick up your child and proceed the opposite way out of the staff parking lot back onto 185th. Please remember that we're also asking you to continue practicing our safety measures of wearing your mask and distancing from one another. And again, if you are walking from 183rd, since we no longer have a pickup there, you'll need to cross Courtner, walk down Courtner to 185th, and then walk across to get in line where you'll see the blue line for the letter C. Please remember, this is so that we're avoiding families being out front of our school when we have students that are waiting to be picked up in the drop-off lane. So it's really important that you're always crossing at a corner. I know there is no marked crosswalk here. The city has not provided that. But as we all know, walking in the middle of the street is not only jaywalking and considered illegal, but it's also really unsafe, and we want to continue to model safe behavior for all of our students. So please walk down Courtner. You'll see this yellow line is modeling for you on the map, and then again you'll cross at 185th and you'll wait in line with the other adults that are picking up our students in 1st through 3rd grade. If you have a child in 4th or 6th grade that can walk off campus at dismissal time, then they're going to actually leave where you'll see it's marked E on the map here. They're going to actually leave at this gate that's in the staff parking lot. If you have a child, for example, that's in 1st grade, but they have a brother and sister at 4th, they're going to meet up together on campus just like they've been doing in the past, and then they can also walk out this gate together down to 185th. My recommendation is that you are telling them where to meet you on 185th in a predetermined spot. So that means you can park in the neighborhood if that's your preference, and let them know, hey, I'm going to be right here to pick you up today, so you can walk to meet them, or they can walk to meet you at your car there. How can you help with this new process? So as I mentioned, please be sure that your student knows how he or she will be picked up each day, especially if it changes, especially if one day they're being picked up in a car and the next day you're expecting them to walk. So please communicate to your child then where to meet you. If you are parking in the neighborhood and they're old enough to walk out and meet you, please let them know that. If it is a 1st or 3rd grader, 1st through 3rd grader, and you're going to meet them at the NPR gate, please let them know that as well. I know the first couple days it's going to take some getting used to for them since we are changing the process. So your help in communicating that information with your son or daughter would be greatly appreciated. And again, always modeling safe behaviors, not crossing in front of cars, because obviously this is really unsafe and we want to make sure that we're safe at all times. And again, thank you for all of your support and guidance, and thank you so much those of you who have provided feedback in this ongoing process of keeping our staff and students safe. I know it's been really hard for you that you can't be on campus and see all the wonderful things that are happening with our students. So here are some pictures of our students and the great things that are happening on our Elliott campus. In addition, please remember that you can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I try to post different pictures of the great things that are happening on campus so that you can enjoy, as well as there's a link to our Elliott website, which is great for you to see our calendar as well as where the weekly updates will be posted. There's a link to our bell schedule as well as a link to our lunch menus now that lunch is free for everyone. Again, thank you so much, families, for your partnership. Please continue to stay safe and take care.